Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels. Launched.
What the fuck? Damn, bro. Yo, I felt like that.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got Adams on the hookup. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking deep for Adams. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 10-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Goff. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 16 yards is the... Pick up there and a first down for L.A.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
48 right now. Let's go. I got him.
They'll run on first down. Akers, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. DC. 61. Matchbox lights. SOS.
They run the counter. Akers. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
180. I got it. 17. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. All day.
3rd and 2. Goff. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
That's good for the Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
48 to Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. Go. 48 Mike, 48 Mike. Hey, Super 1. Here I come. Mike, 49.
Here's Goff. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson completes it to Austin. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it. Watch the end. Shift.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught here by Adams. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Watch twins.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like. Hey, 5. Let's go. Come on.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try the left side. Akers. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
24 is the mic.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson.
What the fuck?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Check. Check. Lucky. Chef.
Here's Jackson to throw on 3rd down. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, I'm coming. Get it all. West. Hey, turn it up. Watch twist. Shoot.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
180. All day, dog.
On first down, Akers. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
He's not going to get me. Hey, switch gears.
On first down, Goff. Deep ball for Goodwin. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Keep playing.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground. 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 Hey, Delta. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Here I come. Mike 48. Mike 48. It's our field.
Goff now looks to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I got you. 48.
Goff on 3rd down. They got a man. It's Woods. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180. Target.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
goes to the eye. White 20.
We go Mike 40, Mike 40. You don't want none. Give me it. Pick up the ball. Check 24, check 24. Check 3, check 3.
Out of the gun. Gone. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Greystone, travel.
Check.
Hold on. Check.
Shift.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Safe.
On third down, Akers. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Now a give, right side. It's Austin. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watch the twins.
On 1st down, Akers. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 26, check 26. Slam, slam.
They'll try the left side. Akers. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get it done.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a give, right side. Akers, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the backfield, it's Austin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He may try and run for this. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just called the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal. Jackson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Ravens cut into that lead. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check three. Check three. Check three. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Super one. Hey, Shell.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Shell. Recon, 132 fighter.
Whip. Watch the whip.
11.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the...
It got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. From the downhill throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. To try again after the sack. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but